Namaste, witchlings. How are we today? There we go. Why is my camera so freaking blurry? It's not blurry here. Okay, YouTube is not as blurry now. Insta's not as blurry. Okay. Oh, okay. There we go. All right. Stress. It's a killer, let me tell you. It's been a long day. I am setting up communications with my, peoples here. Oh, that sits there. Script is there. We are good. Hello, everybody. It is the day after Beltane. So, today's topic for our podcast, I'm alone today, who will be Beltane. I am just dead to the world today. Had a doctor's appointment. That's why I'm late. My doctor, love him. My doctor's appointment was at 2:30. So, I got there about 10 minutes later than I should have and did not actually walk into the exam room with him until 3:30. I knew this was going to happen. I was prepared. Which is why I forewarned everyone at the end of the daily draw that our podcast would probably be late today. Then once I got home, had to take Herbrat here. Hold on. Herbrat here out for his long walk. And then had to take the other two out for their walk. So, and then I had to get into the office and get everything set up. So, I'm about an hour and a half late. I apologize, very much so. And the weather is warming up, so electrolytes are my friend right now. All right, I'm going to ditch the hat, fix the hair. Thankfully, there's no cat in that chair right now, human or furry. I'm funny. Okay. And then we will be, kind of ready to go. Beltane. So, welcome to Die the Yoga Witch podcast. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Di. I am a yoga witch, which means I am a certified yoga teacher and I weave my witchcraft into my yoga. So, we hang out here on the podcast, and some weeks we discuss yoga, some weeks we discuss witchy shit, some weeks we go completely off topic and discuss other things that are pertinent to my life or life in general or just general hot topics. So come hang with us on a regular. You never know what you're going to get. Some days my adopted kid is with me. That would be Kat. She's not here this week, but she was last week. Some weeks the spawn, I point that way, his room is over there. Some weeks the spawn is with me. So you never know who you're going to get. Today, we are diving into the fire-filled festival of Beltane, celebrated May 1st in the Northern Hemisphere and October 31st in the Southern Hemisphere. Traditionally, the celebration of Beltane starts at sundown the night before and continues until round about sun up the morning after. So it would have started sundown April 30th and would have gone until sunrise today. Beltane marks the halfway point between the spring equinox and the summer solstice. It's a time of vibrant fertility, new beginnings, and honoring the life force that flows through all things. The history of Beltane. Beltane has its roots in ancient Celtic cultures, where it was seen as a crucial time for ensuring a bountiful harvest and protecting livestock. Bonfires were lit to ward off evil spirits and encourage the return of the sun. Um, Personally, I have a fair amount of Celtic blood, so my particular flavor of magic, of witchcraft, mixes a lot of Celtic and a lot of Native American because my darling husband has Native American heritage. So we meld the two together and make a very interesting eclectic mix. Some specific rituals that tend to be associated with Beltane. One involved driving cattle between the bonfires to purify them and safeguard them from illness. Also, they would occasionally be, I guess, forced to jump over the embers of the bonfires, also as a way to protect them. People would also jump over the flames for good luck and protection. Beltane was also a major time for feasting, for merriment, and celebrating human fertility, not just human. It was a time for fertility rites, period. No pun intended there. Um, because well, it's the beginning of spring. This is when we start seeing baby animals. I know me personally, out on my walk with the dogs, we saw baby bunnies all over the place. Um, we're starting to see, well, in the cow pasture here in my town, there's a rather popular small herd. There are baby cows. Um, I have not noticed if the elk herd has babies. I'm sure they do though. So current ways of celebrating Beltane. Beltane traditions have evolved over time, but the core themes of fertility, protection, yes, I said the elk. Oh, they do have babies. Yay! I have not seen much of the herd recently to really, pay attention to the babies. Haven't heard them either. I miss having them in my backyard. So, the core themes of fertility, protection, and joy remain. Many people, I fucked up my notes. Many people still light bonfires, although with safety precautions. Duh. There may be dancing around the flames, drumming, and singing. Oh, 500 elk or babies. I'm assuming just the elk. I'm sure Mika was trying to make friends with all of them. Um, Another really popular way to celebrate Beltane that many, 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 many non-pagans are familiar with, um, is decorating your home with flowers and greenery to welcome spring and the maypole. How many of us have danced around the maypole at school? I know my high school, we had our May Day celebration and we had a maypole. I was not able to participate in May Day until my senior year. My grades sucked. But my senior year, I did do the maypole and I had so much fun. It was great. I cannot, however, to this day hear, give me a second. It's from The Lion King. From the day I met the It's one of the 2 Elton John songs. It's gonna drive me nuts now. Yep, I gotta look it up because if I don't look it up, I'm gonna drive myself crazy trying to remember it. It's not "Can You Feel the Love Tonight," it's the other one, and for whatever reason, it just will not, will not let go. Maybe it was "Can You Feel the Love Tonight." No, it's the no. Circle of Life. I'm losing my mind. But, I cannot hear the Circle of Life without my brain trying to do the dance. Um, so a maypole, decorated tree or post, and ribbons around, strung from it. Beltane is also associated with love and new beginnings, so some people might perform love rituals or write wishes to burn in the fire. We're going to go back to the maypole for a second because I'm going to point out and confirm what everybody suspects. Yes, it is a giant penis. It's a fertility rite. That is why only girls dance around the maypole. I, yeah, I don't remember all of the details. That is what is coming to me at the moment. So, celebrating Beltane at home. How do we do this? There are tons of ways to do it in your own space. Candles. I mean, everybody has candles. This is one of my spell candles. It's a beeswax candle. A small bonfire. I have a fire pit out in the backyard. Um, or I have an actual fire pit in the ground. Or you can use a gas fire pit. Have a couple of those. Um, Decorate your home with flowers, spring flowers, tulips, daffodils, lilacs, hydrangeas is coming to mind. You know, spring, pretty colors. Or create a flower crown. Those are very popular too. Where did my mouse? There we go. My computer hung. Seriously? There we go. My computer hung for a second. I apologize. Something else you can do. Write down your hopes and dreams for the coming summer. So, things that you want to accomplish over the summer and things that you want to bring to you. Uh-oh. Oh no, 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 no. Please tell me it didn't. Okay, there we are. Okay. Okay, that's still going. What the hell? Okay, there we go. I was checking my stream on my other platforms and just making sure everything was okay. And it kind of made me panic. But you can write down some hopes and dreams for the summer, things that you want to draw to you, um, things that you want to accomplish. Burn them in a fireproof container, symbolizing letting go of the past and embracing new beginnings. So, I instead, along with writing down your hopes and dreams for the coming summer, the computer is being very weird. You can also write down on paper, parchment paper if you have it is wonderful. Homemade paper, great craft to do at this time of year. Um, but write down some things that you want to let go of. And then, if you're, you know, particularly well stocked witch like I am, we will take my smoke cleansing sticks out. Have your cauldron, put it on your altar, take your paper, hold it away from you because you are, wanting to banish these things. Take your candle, light it in the fire of the candle, drop it in the cauldron, say goodbye. So, these are some absolutely fun things that you can do to celebrate Beltane. Also, I love my cards. I have these wonderful cards. You can see I picked them up at Target. Weird place to pick up witchy shit, right? You would be surprised at the things I have managed to acquire from Target. But this has some amazing cards for all of the Sabbats. Um, I'm looking. Okay, fairy spirits were thought to be particularly active at Beltane. Many of these spirits. Oh, I'm getting old. Many of these spirits were thought to be agents of misfortune, and it was unlucky to be out late at night on Beltane Eve in case you ran into one. Other more kindly spirits were thought to live in trees that are in flower at this time of year, such as the hawthorn tree. These trees were decorated with flowers and ribbons, and food was left out to appease the spirits, a tradition that continues today in Ireland. Let's see. Beltane is a popular time of year for fortune telling, which is why we have two cards about divination um, methods. One of the cards talks about runes, which, if you follow my daily divination draw, I do a daily rune. And we have the tarot. I do 3 cards. Different plants that are associated with Beltane. We have hawthorn, hyssop, sage. This is white sage. White sage, by the way, if you are not Native American, please avoid purchasing and using white sage. It is sacred to Native Americans. As I said earlier, my husband has Native blood. My ex-husband was Native, or is Native. Obviously, he's still alive. And his father is a tribal elder, hence why I have a metric fuck ton of sage in my house. I am also a witch who is allergic to sage. Did not learn this until recently, although it does now explain why my asthma flares every time I burn sage. We thought it was just because I was an evil bitch. Apparently. And sweet woodruff. It appears in May and sprinkles the forest floor with star-shaped flowers. Its alleged aphrodisiac properties mean that it is often used in hand fasting ceremonies. A hand fasting is a pagan wedding. We will address that in another podcast. I really want to talk about those. And it can be drunk as an infusion or as a May bowl, but used in moderation, as too much can cause nausea. Crystals for Beltane. First and foremost, we have rose quartz. This is rose quartz egg. We have some rough rose quartz. I love rose quartz. I have tons of it in my house. And a rose quartz tower. Like I said, I have tons of it. Aventurine, aventurine, glistening green fairy treasure, sacred to the ancient Tibetans who used it for the eyes in their statues to symbolize visionary power. The stone of opportunity, it is the luckiest of all crystals. Use its winning positive energy when you are in need. of a boost in your fortunes or career. Back to rose quartz. I just realized I didn't explain it. Feminine energy beaming love, called the Heartstone. Choose it to attract new love, deepen an existing relationship, or give yourself a little self love. Wear rose quartz in a pendant close to your heart and imagine it beaming from your heart center to yourself and others. Malachite. If I remember correctly, malachite is a greenish stone as well, a stone of transformation and protection that will help you grow spiritually and in your daily life. Be careful acquiring malachite because it is not kidding when it says it will bring transformation to your life. It doesn't do it gradually. It tends to bring chaotic transformation. Tucked under a pillow, it can ease insomnia and avert depression. In ancient Egypt, green was associated with death and resurrection. The afterlife was referred to as the field of malachite, a place without pain or suffering. And finally, sapphire. Considered one of the, quote, great gems, Hindus used it as a temple offering and in astrology. The Greeks, ancient Greeks wore it to seek answers from the oracle, and in Hebrew lore, King Solomon and Abraham wore sapphire talismans. So apparently it's in the Bible as well. It has not lost its power to activate psychic powers. Known as the Wisdom Stone, it brings peace of mind and serenity of spirit. Then we have love rituals. The maypole symbolizes the joy of new life returning. Modern witches can create mini maypoles to place on altars or use as table decorations. And then it describes how to create a mini maypole. Let's see, make faces green to honor the green man. For a solo ritual to attract love. Or, let's see, yep, I will be posting these to the socials. A fire ritual. I will also add this to the Patreon. That's the word I'm looking for. Patreon and the socials. So, that is Beltane. It is a very, very fun holiday. Um, Beltane was always one of my favorites because it. I love the maypole and I love the just newness that comes with Beltane, as opposed to Ostara and Easter. Yes, I love the Easter egg hunts and the fun that comes with that, and the bunnies and the chicks, and but Beltane, I love. I'm a fire and a water person, so hey. So, Beltane is a vibrant festival steeped in history and symbolism. I almost said personal history. Beltane is a vibrant festival steeped in history and symbolism. Whether you participate in traditional rituals or create your own personal celebration, Beltane is a time to embrace the fire of spring, welcome new beginnings, and honor the cycle of life. If you want to know more about Beltane traditions and rituals, um, check out my blog at yogawiththailand.com/blog. You know what? Boom, boom. Clicky QR code now shows the website. Go ahead and scan that if you want to. And have you personally ever gone to a Beltane celebration or done something for Beltane yourself? If so, hit us up in the comments or send us a message and we'll talk about it. Beltane is fun. So, I hope you had a fun time listening to me babble on about Beltane, as I have had fun telling you about it. And come back next week. I'm not sure what we'll be talking about yet. We have some options. Also, with the stuff we're doing. That's the word. That's the word. Um, hit us up. Ooh, that wasn't supposed to make noise. Hit us up on our Patreon, which I'll put the link up on socials. I got to do that anyway. We are going to be doing some fun stuff on the Patreon. Hit the website, which is this QR code that's up right now. Let's see. We are slowly but surely moving away from Facebook. We'll still be there, but not as much. We have a Discord. If you come join the Patreon, you get automatic Discord access. Access. Wow, Di, you're doing good today. So, come hang out with us. We are fun. We are talkative. I talk far too much. And let's see, I think that's pretty much it for today. So, go out, spread love, spread joy, spread kindness, be joyful and happy. And that was not supposed to happen. I'm in a mood. I hope you all have a fantabulous, magical, wonderful rest of your evening. Come back tomorrow for the daily draw at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time, because I'm in Seattle. And then tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock Pacific time, we will be doing Yoga Nidra Asana or a guided meditation. And then we start all over again on Monday with the daily draws. I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you around. I love you all.